Parasitic wasps freak me out, and there's a shitload of them.
There's so many.
There's so many species of parasitic wasps.
Yeah.
That's what's really fascinating. Like, and not only just parasitic in terms of like entering humans, but also they like inject their larvae into plants and logs and shit.
And can manipulate certain spiders, like the brain process, and like tarantula wasps, which we have in the States, are incredible. You know, they can come down, lay eggs into a tarantula that manipulates the behavior of the tarantula, something about the chemicals and the brain chemistry, and then the eggs hatch out of the thing.
I thought it kills the tarantula first.
It does. No, not first. Eventually.
Oh,
yeah.
I was confused. Well, I know. I think I'm thinking of something else.
I might be mixing them up with another one too. There's so many. But
There are so. I read there's like 100. There's like 100 different like parasitic wasps.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Nuts. Like it's what a weird thing that like nature has invented this creature that shoves its babies into some other creature's body with a needle.
Yep.
Look at this. So this is
a tarantula hawk going after a tarantula.
Yeah,
it's
and
also
it's
parasitic.
stinging it from the bottom. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I've never seen a tarantula stand up like that.
Yeah, he's like
Getting
jacked.
slow. Yep.
He's like, oh boy, I'm confused. So look how it like crawls on its back.
Isn't that crazy?
Jabs it in the body. That's what's nuts. Like, look how it reaches up. Yeah. Oh, I think he's dead.
I think you're right. It does. It does kill
him.
that. Oh, you're
Wasps
right.
will leave a single egg inside the spider's belly once it's paralyzed. What a fucking nutty situation.
It's changing the oil.
Yeah. Well, there's so many of them, and then there's even more bizarre shit.
See that? When the egg
hatches, the wasp larva will eat the spider from the inside out. Yikes.
So,
then there's even weirder shit, which is fungus.
Yes.
Like fungus that like...
I saw that for the first time recently in India.
Really?
Yeah, I was finding these hollowed out, I forget, like exoskeletons of mantises and all kinds of beetles that had mushrooms growing out of their heads, like weird tentacly cordyceps. Yeah, and it was, I only know about it what I've read about it and seen. I've never. It's not something I've been very deeply involved in, but the idea that a mushroom can manipulate the brain chemistry of a living creature. It's unbelievable.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Not only does it manipulate it, but when they hatch, when the spores explode to infect all the other bugs around them.
Right. In like a vast area too. And it's all transmitted by air. So they just have to like be around, and then it's like, oh, now I got a mushroom growing out my brain.
And what's also wild is that ants realize this is happening, so they will drag an infected ant far away from their colony.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that it explodes on its own.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they figured it out. Like, how do ants fucking communicate? Because like if you see like leafcutter ants, which I have in my neighborhood, leafcutter ants colonies that they have underground where there's these sophisticated systems of ventilation, and they're literally fermenting leaves down there. It's like, what?
I know.
How do you know? How are you doing this? How are you building a village?
And like just recently I saw this thing where these ants made a rope to cross this like big bed. Did you see that? The little
it's
dangly
incredible.
rope. It's incredible.
They linked arms.
Yeah,
someone's gonna drown. Someone has to go down.
They have
if you think about that when they let go, like some shit. It's not like everyone's not gonna make it.
But they don't. But that's what's so amazing about things like ants and bees is that hive mind. They don't all have to make it.
Right.
And that's like it's for the greater good of the hive. And like.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, this is the same exact one.
This is fucking bonkers, man. Army ants build a bridge to invade wasp nest.
Yeah, look at that. And see the eggs? They're carrying the wasp eggs out of the nest.
Oh my god, what a bunch of creeps.
We were I do a podcast
Christ,
called the Wild Times, and we were looking at this on the Wild Times podcast, and everybody that commented was like, "There's a rope in the middle of that. That's not real." There's no rope. No, look, rope. You can see right through it.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that it's just all
That is
ants.
just bodies. That is just ant bodies working in this hive mind to figure out how collectively to accomplish a task as one unit. It's
Why'd they make such a long rope? That's pretty stupid. I guess they probably had to just swing over there.
I don't know.
Like, how did they swing over there?
Right. How was it connected?
Right. How are they doing that?
I don't know.
How did they swing? Imagine how fucking strong the ants at the very top that are hanging onto the board.
Holding a
giant rope of ants.
Yeah.
That are all a bunch of egg stealers.
You can see right through it. Look at that. It's unbelievable.
It is nuts.
Yeah.
It's really nuts. What a crazy organism.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're the biomass of ants, I think the biomass of ants on Earth is equal to the biomass of humans.
Oh, really? I thought it was actually more. I thought
Really?
there was more biomass of ants than there are of human beings.
Wow, is that true? Let's find out that. It's pretty impressive enough with 8 billion fatso humans.
Correct. And these little bitty
tiny
things.
weigh as much as us. If they weigh more, that's even crazier.
I used to work on a project.
See what that number is.
It's hold on, I'm trying to understand it. It says the ant biomass is around 20% of human biomass, or the mass of carbon from nearly 8 billion humans now living. So I don't understand what it's saying.
Mass of carbon.
So I don't know why I brought that up. The ant biomass also weighs around 12 megatons, which is about the equivalent of 2 pyramids of Giza on a scale.
Wow.
Huh. That's cool.
That's two pyramids of ants.
This other thing says ants make 2/3 of all the insects.
Really? So it's only 20% of the
There you go.
biomass, human biomass. Oh.
I was totally wrong.
Sounds better when you say as much.
Yeah,
or
let's go
bigger.
back to the other